We are live.
Yay!
Hoorah!
Hello.
Hi.
Teddy's here. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Neither do I. Oh man.
I'm gonna try and pull up the chat too.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hey everybody.
Right. Look at the chat.
Hoorah!
I'm gonna
This
pop
couch
up.
is so cozy. I could fall asleep.
I know, whenever we're done recording, I lay down for a minute and not moving ever.
So nice.
Okay.
This is not professional behavior.
I'm echoey apparently.
You are?
I wonder if it's me. Maybe I should put headphones.
I always forget about the delay.
I know, it's so weird. Yeah, I just got a comment on Patreon. I'm getting an echo. I'm gonna. We're fixing it. This way. There you go. There you
All right, we're working on it.
So, how was your day?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
A
From what I heard, it was a little stressful.
little stressful. Could have been worse.
I feel you.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes,
You're
but you're a
very
lot
muffled.
quieter. Don't bite.
Mm. Hello. Hello.
My boss today created an emergency when there didn't need to be an emergency, and that was really fun.
The graphic designing emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I sent Maggie this long thread of messages of anger. I'm over it now. How can I be mad now? Look at this. What we do with your face? You gotta show them your face, dude.
Only show us other things.
Yeah, that's good. Oh no.
Oh no. X-rated. Oh no.
Thank you, Ted.
I think they good. Oh no. I heard echo on my end then.
I can't use my headphones because it switches my mic to the headphone mic, and that mic is terrible.
Mag, what about your purple ones?
I don't know where they are right now. Is it really echoey? Like, it sounds totally fine to me.
Yeah, let us know. We're gonna get a big delay.
I know we're gonna have barely any time to answer questions.
Well, I say we just skip.
Okay.
Asking some questions, I might give you answer. Universal window.
What is that?
Tiffany hasn't changed at all for me the whole time. I don't know why.
Sorry.
What hasn't changed?
They're saying Tiffany is echoey again. But
I don't know why.
like, she sounds fine to me. Is she echoey to you?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Where did you go? It's like we've never done this before.
It's
Fine.
been.
It has though. It's been a minute since we've done this. Q&A.
I don't know what I could change. I'm usually not on headphones or anything for these.
Yeah, I know. Figure
Is
it
this
out.
better?
Yeah. Oh, well, you sound good. Tiffany talks so people can tell us if you echo.
Tell me if we echo.
Lego my echo.
Cool. I didn't do anything.
Is it better?
That's what somebody said.
Okay, good.
Fine when Megan has headphones on. How weird is that?
I don't know.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Okay. All right.
Let's get this party started.
So, we got some questions from Patreon first that we're going to answer. And then if we have time, we'll go to the questions on Instagram.
I saw these coming through like all day long, but I kept
On
like telling myself
Patreon.
not to look. Yeah, I would get like the email, but I was like, don't look at it. But it was fun. It was a little boost of serotonin during my work day.
Yeah.
Okay. The first question is from Katie T. What are your biggest hopes about the HBO show, and what are your biggest fears about it as well?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Good. Um, Biggest hopes are as much detail as possible.
Yeah, I want like
Um,
all of the cutscenes, like Draco tricking Harry to go and meet him in the trophy room and
I would love
Peeves.
Peeves.
Yeah. All of
Um,
the characters that we didn't get to see or didn't get their moment. I actually, one of my biggest hopes is that like we get some side like stories too. Like, do we get a little episode about Neville in Sorcerer's Stone where like it just follows Neville
Ooh.
for an episode, or just to like make it a little different? Like, I think that would be really cool.
yeah, that would be cool.
Does anybody
I
have any
agree with all.
fears?
Yeah, I know. I agree with everything that you like. What you guys said is what I was gonna say. Hey,
I think I fear not having a character mesh well with what I've created in my mind or what
Yeah.
I've have my expectation of like who played them in the movies. Like I want to feel so comfortable with it. And it's not that I'm like have certain people that I feel like should do certain roles except for Voldemort. Um, but like I just hope those actors and actresses really, really get the characters right,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah,
And best of luck to all of them. But like you
For
have
real.
a lot of pressure.
that is a
Um,
lot of pressure.
who do I want to play Voldemort? What's his face? Um, I think he's Irish.
Oh, Killian? That guy? Isn't
So
his name Killian?
I have
I think
no
I know who
idea.
you're talking about.
he gives very big Voldemort vibes.
I feel like I know who you're talking about, and I think his name is Killian, but I can't remember his last name.
Murphy?
But maybe? Yeah?
I'm gonna wait for the delay.
Um,
Cadmus.
my biggest fear is just that, like, there are certain characters, like, there are certain actors and actresses that, like, made a character so iconic in the films that like nothing is going to be able to live up to that. And like I know that we can't be comparing.
Like all of them.
I
Honestly, though.
know.
Right.
Like who else can be Professor McGonagall? Like who else can be Professor Snape? You know, like who else can be Hagrid? I'm just going to be like they're my childhood, you know? And like it's going to be so hard to see other people in those roles. It would be really cool if they got some of the kid actors to come back and play adults. Like Tom Felton talked about like playing Lucius. Like I think that'd be so cool if they did that.
Well, they were so young too. Like if they get the ages according to what book says, it's going to be a
Yeah.
lot more younger people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that they actually, because like, for example, like the generation before, like the whole Marauders generation, they were supposed to be like 20 years younger than the actual
Yes.
actors who were, and like,
I got
I don't know.
Killian Murphy. I got it right.
I don't know who that
I
is.
can't believe I knew who you were talking about. I was like, yeah,
I
I
can't
know you're
believe you got the first name and I got the last name based off of that guy.
that guy who's
That
Irish.
He'd make a very good Voldemort.
Oh, I totally know. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
totally right. I had to look him up. I
Um,
agree.
do you have any other fears, Kate?
Uh, no, that probably about sums it up. I maybe another fear would be like they decide to not include details, which is like the
It's like
reason
why
to
do
do
the
a
TV
show.
show?
Yeah.
I don't want a movie
So,
remake.
yeah.
I want it page by page. She
Literally.
gave you the script.
Right?
Right? Right?
Yes.
Use it.
Okay, the next question comes from Kim. What form would a boggart assume in front of you?
That's a question.
That is a question.
It would probably be what Molly's is
I
for,
feel like
for family members.
I feel like mine would if I'm just going I mean, yeah, that's really deep. But I guess like if I'm just going off like the thing I think that scares me the easiest is probably snakes. I just hate them. I hate them
Yeah,
so
I feel like
much.
there's like deep existential fear, and then there's
Mhm.
like your everyday fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think our existential fear is the same. Um, yeah, probably
But like deep fear
spiders or zombies.
would be like
Centipede.
this the same as Tiffany, like
Yeah, same.
and with my boys, my pets, you know. It's the worst.
Hmm.
Um this is an interesting question. Allie asks, what has been your experience becoming well known by strangers through the podcast? Have you been surprised by the experience? Have you had to set boundaries?
That's a really good question. These are good
I know.
questions, you
These are
guys.
good questions.
I think we all have set boundaries.
Yeah, you think you
Um,
have to at some like you have to at some point,
It's
you know.
different when you're at an event rather than when we're just like, it's not like we're getting recognized in the street.
Right.
So yeah, boundaries definitely set like during event times and like forcing ourselves to like stop and take breaks and get like lunches and stuff like in between times when we're on stage.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I think it's great. I like meeting new people.
Yeah. I
It's
feel like it
really
happened a
go ahead.
little more often to Kate and I when we lived in Florida because there would be
That's
like
true. Yeah.
people who would come on vacation and like maybe see us out and about at the parks or something like that.
Yeah, totally.
Like when I'm out and about, like I have no problem if we're at Universal and like a listener comes up to us, that's like the best feeling in the world. I'm like, "Oh my
Yeah,
God,
it's
thank
really
you for
cool.
saying hi." But like in terms of like how much we've shared and stuff like that, I think that like as time has gone on, we've set more boundaries than maybe we did in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like when we first started the podcast, I think that we were just like more active and shared more, but then realized that we can't do that for forever. Like it not only is it like not healthy in terms of like how much you're sharing, but also just like you're gonna like we gave ourselves burnout by doing that,
Mhm.
I think, by like going too strong. Um so yeah, I mean it's been a journey to like figure out what works best for us, but I think we're getting there.
Mhm. It's only been 7 years.
I know, but it's been the best. Like it's been the best experience. Like
It's been
I'm not
amazing.
even kidding when I say that like this podcast and the people that I've met because of this podcast have like changed my life like
Mhm.
Same,
massively.
big same, big same.
Like best friends that we've met like just from doing this has been unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like it's so funny because like sometimes we'll get a message like after the fact and someone will be like, I saw you at blah blah blah. But like I didn't wanna like I was too scared to come and say hi. And like I'm like, oh, it's like totally cool. Like you can come say hi, but like if I was
Yeah,
the person, I'd be feeling the exact same way.
I know. I know.
So, but I really do encourage, you know.
Yeah.
You're never bothering,
No, never bothering.
but it's been fun. It's weird in the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um Aileen asked us to tell everybody about our Ireland trip. Did you stay
Uh,
in hotels and Airbnbs? Do you recommend one over the other? We're going next year and I would love advice on what to see, where to go. All of us can answer this because we
ooh,
all relatively, sort of recently, went to Ireland.
Yeah. I was there this year, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
that
We
is
did
crazy.
Airbnbs, like almost exclusively. We did one night at a Hilton. And
And
honestly,
that was the worst night.
it was the most uncomfortable bed out of every bed that we slept in on that trip. Was the Hilton.
In
Yeah,
Dublin.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
it
Yeah.
was like convenient and it was nice,
Yeah, it was fine.
but the bed
Um,
was just like, I swear to God, it was like cement.
I I didn't like bounce around Airbnbs. We stayed at we stayed at that Hilton in Dublin, which is it's just like the most convenient location.
Yeah, it's just like, it's
Um,
nice and central.
and then we stayed at one B&B because we mostly stayed in the Westport area. Um, but it was cool. That's where we stayed above this like strip of stores, and that's where that bookstore was with the Harry Potter stairs and the guy who worked on the set.
So cool.
It was literally
Yeah,
like underneath our apartment that we were staying in.
that's so cool.
Um, do everything and stay a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's there's definitely Katie and I did like a different type of trip than what Tiff did. Like we did a different Airbnb every single night and like literally like just drove around the entire island basically. Um
Yeah.
and there are definitely like some places I wish that we would have stayed longer and some places that like I would skip on a second trip, but like none of it was bad. It's just there's
Mm-mm.
more to do in certain places than others. Like I would definitely stay in the Galway area longer if we went back because I'd want to go do like Conmara, the like national park up there, and that's also like closer to Achill and the Aran Islands and stuff like that. So like I would want to spend more time over there to see that. Definitely go do the Cliffs of Moher. Like they're worth it. It's beautiful. I actually really I know like I read a lot of things online that was like, don't go to the visitor center, like go and see them on your own. But to be completely honest, I loved the visitor center. I thought it was
So did
so
I.
beautiful.
The
And
food
like
was awesome.
the food was great there. And I loved the like walking paths. Like I felt safe the whole time. I saw where you could walk like once you left the visitor center, And
No, thank
I
you.
didn't want to do that. No.
No. I would have
No.
been like, so I didn't realize at the time. Sometimes, okay, hold on. Words. Sometimes when I'm hungry, I'll feel like shaky and kind of weird. And this was kind of when we were there, it was kind of teaming up towards lunch, but it wasn't really. But I had that feeling. And then later we realized that I was actually like nervous and didn't
Yeah.
realize it because like there's these signs everywhere that like tell you of the danger, of course, because like it's shale, which means it could just break off. But like if you stay on the paths by the visitor center, you're safe. But like just like the thought of that before like going in there and not knowing what to expect, I think I got really hyped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But it
really
was amazing.
But like the visitor center also is like beautiful. I loved like how it's literally just like in it's like in the hill. Like literally it's not like a building. They like built it into the hill. It like looks almost like a hobbit hole. Like it's just so
Yes.
cool how they built it. It was really pretty and like it's cool they talked about like how sustainable the building is and like how they didn't want to build something extra because they wanted it to just fit with the landscape and it's just really beautiful. Um I also would spend less time in Dublin and more time elsewhere. Like Dublin's beautiful, but like you don't need more than like 2 days there, I don't think. like
Like,
like on a trip. Like you can one.
yeah, I mean, if you get to do the Book of Kells, like that's cool and see old Dublin, but
Guinness was really cool.
It
Dublin
was.
is it's just a big city.
It is a big
It's like
city.
it's like
But I'm
any
glad we
big city that
went.
you would go to. So like if I were to go back to Dublin, which obviously I am, but I would like have a game plan,
Mhm.
knock off your list, but you don't really need more time there than that. And also the Cliffs of Moher, like I didn't go to them because it would have been like a 3 hour drive from where we were staying with family.
But there are cliffs all along the coast.
But there are other cliffs, is what I
Yeah.
was gonna say. So like you can see other cliffs if you just do a Google search and you'll be able to see it. And they are stunning.
Yeah.
And my advice when you
Breathtaking.
go to them is just stand there and just say nothing. Don't move. Just
Just take it
use your
in.
senses.
Yep.
Yeah, and just feel it.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't even seem real.
Nope.
Mhm.
You're looking at you almost can't. That's how I felt every time we would drive somewhere. It's like I'm looking out the window and I'm looking at these hills and these mountains and these sheep and these ruins and thinking about how old it is over there compared to how old America is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
wild.
it's like how I felt in Salem, where I was so amped up with how old Salem is.
And that's
I
like
felt that
infantile.
like 10 million times more. And if I go
Right.
to Rome, it's over. I will perish. Like
Yeah.
about it. It's
Meg,
just moving.
isn't Guinness older than America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
I
it
mean,
should.
I would give Dublin 2 days, I think, just because like I really liked all the touristy things we did there. Like I highly recommend doing Guinness. If we had time, I'd go back and do the Jameson tour because
Yeah,
I wanted
same.
to do that and I've heard good things about it. Um, there's lots of good food there. There's lots of like fun pubs. We didn't go to the Temple Bar. That just seemed like way too much for us.
That was
That
a lot.
was too crowded. Like if we were there at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and it was too crowded. I can't imagine it like after dinner time. No
We
way.
walked there, took a picture, and we're like, all right,
I was like,
bye.
okay, I'm done. But the other city that I would say like I want to like go to an Airbnb and like stay there for a few days is
Yep.
Killarney. The Killarney National Park was like one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. It had such gorgeous views. I want to go back there so bad.
I would like send pictures, to family or whatever while we were there, and like we all agreed, like it looks like a fairy tale
It
everywhere we go.
does. It does.
Mm.
10
Okay.
out of 10.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 recommend.
We can do an Ireland episode maybe as a
We
bonus.
should.
Yeah, that would be fun.
You can
And then
talk
we
about
can
your
talk much
bookstore
more.
too.
Oh yeah, Telephone bookstore.
That's a good
That
idea.
was
We'll
that's
do
so
that.
it's just so crazy how fate works.
Right?
Uh-huh.
I know you
Mhm.
had no idea.
Not a clue.
Okay. Katie K asks. She asked three kind of like quick answer ones.
Oh no.
I love
Um,
these.
Night owl or early bird?
Early bird.
I'm desperately
You guys are
trying.
like, I don't like any of them.
I'm desperately trying to be an early bird, but I am unfortunately a night owl.
Yeah, that's how I am
Trying
too.
to switch it. The worst thing about your favorite season? I
Wet
know.
leaves.
Yeah. Fall is my favorite season, and the worst thing about it is that it's so short.
Fall is my favorite, and the worst thing about it is winter follows it.
That's right. Started taking my vitamin D. I'm trying to stay off the seasonal depression.
Nice.
Right? For real. Uh, That weather today, man. I went for a walk
Oh
on the
my
trail I
gosh.
usually go on a walk for, and
It was warm
I
today.
took amazing pictures today. It was awesome.
The leaves are popping right now in
And
Cleveland.
they're popping.
Or their peak, man.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The most painful joint in your body. What is it right now? She wants to know.
Right here.
Your wrist?
Yeah, I don't know. It's been like hurting me. And I'm wondering if my phone, so I have one of those watch cases.
Uh,
I think this is too loose and
mm,
I'm overcompensating. So
Do you know what I notice
probably.
I do? Is I hold my phone with my pinky and
And it
my
that's
hurts
why I
after a
had to
while.
get that
I'm doing it right
pinky
now.
to go back
hurts.
to
Wow.
loopy.
Yeah.
I just don't like the loop. It sticks out too much.
Yeah.
This isn't a joint, but I have horrible plantar fasciitis in my left foot, and I'm unfortunately getting another cortisone shot next week. They're
Will
so
that last us
Meg.
painful.
till December?
Yeah, it should last through December. Gosh, I hope so.
Meg,
What?
were you supposed to get your blood drawn today?
I did.
Oh, so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
I love growing up.
Katie, what's your
Right.
painful joint?
My left hip is always a little bee.
My
So
left hip. Oh,
it is, man. Always so
Okay.
tight.
McKenna asks, what is your Harry Potter hot take? This could be a fan theory, an opinion on the canon, etc. I feel like mine is that Cursed Child is canon because nobody wants it to be, but like I am steadfast in that belief.
It is, whether I like it or not. And I'm not, I mean, I like it well enough. They're
Yeah,
also, by the way, coming out with another shortened version next month.
yeah.
What are we doing out here? Are we
I
trying to
don't
make,
know.
are we filming it? If we're filming it, great. If we're not, what are you doing? Um, what I like Dumbledore. That seems to be controversial. Um, I'll give you one. Uh, the Malfoys are not redeemable.
Mm,
All of them?
Yeah, I think maybe.
Even Draco?
Yeah, he made a lot of really suspect choices. I almost said a word. Um, he at the battle, he was still lying his way through. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. He's saying to the Death Eaters, Ron punches him in the face. Same energy. I can't.
I know.
He might feel bad for the things that he's done, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I just had one that I was gonna say and now I forgot it.
You hate Molly.
I do, sometimes, not always, but let me tell you, Katie and I are listening to Goblet of Fire.
Just wait until you get to Easter. Is that where
Oh,
you are?
No,
no,
we're
we just
actually where
started.
she's yelling at Fred and George about Weasley Wizard Wheezes, and I'm like, oh,
Wait
Molly.
till she's mean to Hermione
I
because she
know.
needs Rita Skeeter.
Fourth Goblet of Fire is not a good look for Molly Weasley.
It is really not. She gets mad at a teenager
I know. I know.
and she's mean to Fleur.
There was something I
Yeah,
was gonna say, and I've lost it. Oh well.
I can't
Katie, do
think
you
of
have
any.
anything?
Oh, I can't think of any right now. Marietta
Marianne's
deserved it.
here for real. For real, for real.
Did you really just say, did you mean that?
Yeah, I do mean that.
What'd you say?
She said Marietta deserved that.
That's what I said.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
All right, Catherine.
All right, all right. Um, Gillian, how is everyone's pets?
Good.
I've got this guy with me right here. Can you see him?
Hi,
Yes.
Phil.
Hi, Philly.
That's Snoot.
Yeah, they're good. Cad is a feisty little, almost 10-month-old,
Oh my god, he's crazy.
but he's so sweet too. He's the perfect Sour Patch Kid.
Huh.
Teddy's good. Him and Cad are playing more, which is freaking adorable. And
They're
Phil is
cuddling a
good.
lot.
Me and Phil are trying to go on more walks together, and he's getting better at it, and so am I.
Yeah. Gillian again. What chapter are you most excited to get to in Deathly Hallows? It's gonna be close to the end, which is gonna be sad, but I'm excited to like break down the battle, which I know is gonna take us forever because it's like so much of the book.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to talk about it. And oh my god, that reminds me what my hot take was. The protection at the end of the book. That's our hot take.
That is all of our hot takes.
That's all of
Yep.
our hot takes.
True that.
I can't wait to
I can't wait to talk about that. That's what I can't wait for.
Probably King's Cross again.
Yeah.
Um,
It's been so long since
Yeah.
I've read the whole thing. I'm just like, it's like reading it again for the first time. Truly, though,
Katie's just
like
vibing.
I'm just
that makes me
vibing.
happy for you though. What is that like?
The exact opposite of how you feel.
Right? Oh gosh.
Wait, Tiffany,
What?
how's Billy J?
Huh?
How's Billy J?
Billy J?
Yeah.
Billy J is a scaredy fish. He every time I go in the kitchen in the morning, he's like, "Bleh," and he like flips up out of the water, and I'm not kidding you. And James the one day was looking at me, he goes, why'd he do that? I'm like, I don't know. You must think I'm trying to come in his tank.
Maybe.
He's like, stay away.
He's gold. That's
He's pretty
all we
cute.
need.
All right, another one from Gillian. What are your plans for after you finish Deathly Hallows and Cursed Child?
Cry. No.
Well, we have Irvin's book. We have Lori's book. We have Alan Rickman wrote a book.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
We're gonna have the TV show.
we have the show. There's a lot. There's a
Yeah.
lot.
I mean, like, and like also, I'm not saying that we're gonna like finish Cursed Child and jump right back into Sorcerer's Stone, but like down the road, we do want to like do the reread again because we talk about the books so differently now than we did when we started, and I think it would be really interesting to break down the first couple books again.
Yeah.
So, last one from Gillian. What's your favorite recording tradition or thing that you do now for every recording night?
Where'd Katie go?
Katie, I lost you. She just said, I know. I don't know what happened.
Um,
We eat dinner together almost all the time.
eat dinner together. I just like cuddling up on the couch.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
I
been the
do miss
best.
when we had singing days.
I know. We need to do that more.
Yeah. Or like our themed days that we would come in, just hang out.
Yeah. We'll have to plan more of those.
Yeah.
Are you trying to join again? Kendra, what are some of the biggest changes you feel that you've went through since starting this podcast?
Becoming a mother.
Getting a
What?
dog,
So also
moving a couple
another
times.
mother type. Yeah. I mean, we grew up in our grown up lives on it. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah,
were
for sure.
already graduated and stuff, but like that second phase of our life, we kind of like grew up on the
Yeah.
podcast with you guys.
What are you doing? Can you take your laptop? Katie, what are some of the biggest changes you feel you've went through since starting this podcast? She's a completely different person, is what she said. I don't know if I would say she's a completely different person, but she has more confidence. She's a more
Hmm.
confident person.
Brave.
Brave, yes. Kendra, if you were able to pick your Patronus, what would you pick?
Fozzie Bear.
I'd pick a Cocker Spaniel. Katie, do you have anything? A wolf? A rhino is what she just said. Um, Nikki, thoughts on the Harry Potter website update?
I think it's weird. And I
I
think it
think,
might be telling.
yeah, I think it is weird. It's just so strange to me that, like, we have a new theme park coming that is attached to the Fantastic Beasts franchise.
Hmm.
And now we have a website change from wizardingworld.com to harrypotter.com.
Yep.
It's
I
weird.
don't know why they did that with the parks. I stand firm in that. Unless they're gonna finish it, I don't know why they put Paris there.
I know, it's weird.
I know.
Like I literally cannot fathom. And I wonder how different it was before Fantastic Beasts took a dump in the toilet. And I wonder what the ride was and if they had to retheme the ride to be the British Ministry rather than maybe Makusa.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sad about it. I would much rather go to Makusa anyway. I mean, I would much rather go to the British Ministry anyway.
Yes, I
So,
feel the same.
Same.
Nikki also asked, what's a fall tradition that you do that brings you joy?
Um, my niece's birthday is October 20th, and my sister has a harvest party every year. Basically, we go and hayride and they do a bounce house, and we just did it this past weekend, and lots of good food and
That's
just
fun.
vibing. Yeah.
I feel like mine is apple pie day.
Yeah, apple pie day, and we always try to like go and walk amongst the pretty leaves and trees.
Yeah.
The Metro Parks are so pretty right now.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Last one from Patreon. Kimberly asks, when does Halloween end and Christmas start? The beginning of November or halfway through?
So Halloween ends on Halloween night when
Mm-hmm.
I go to sleep.
Yeah.
And when I wake up the next day, it is Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
not I'm not decorating for Thanksgiving,
No.
and I've had my Halloween decorations up since the end of August, and I'm sick of them and I gotta change it to Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
Ain't no way I'm putting turkeys in this house
Nope.
unless it's going in my belly.
Agreed.
I don't have it in
Oh,
me.
what are you doing?
That's all the Patreon questions if you want to pull a couple from Insta. I know that Jess sent one, which is a topic that we wanted to talk about anyway.
Oh,
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do
Hold on,
it.
I'm gonna save that one. I gotta save that one.
Okay.
Um, Angie G07. Do you think that Hermione's cat was also the Potter's cat, and that's how it knew Peter? I think this was fun.
I really like that theory.
I love that theory that
Yeah,
Crookshanks was the Potter's cat. Yeah. Um,
pretty
but it
cool.
was debunked.
it was debunked. But it was a good one. All right, I'm gonna skip over Jess's, and Josh Carey had a similar question. Sam Gartley says, "Where do you see Swish in 7 years?"
Oh my gosh.
7 years.
Recording.
I
It
Yeah.
hope
might
so.
be in this basement. It might be in a new one. I hope it's in a new one. I love this one, even though like we've been redoing it and stuff.
Yeah.
But
It'll
hopefully
look
in 7 years.
great in a new one too.
Yeah.
Hopefully talking about this TV show, and I wonder what season we'll be on by then.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hopefully it won't be over.
No.
Um, okay. Sam also asked, if you could redo a scene from the Harry Potter series, what would you change?
Just in general?
Hmm.
Harry Potter series, I assume the books.
Redo a scene. I know. Remus's death. It's not that I would undo it as much as I would love that, but like I
You want it
hate
on.
I hate that all we get is that Harry just sees him amongst the dead.
Yeah.
Like he deserved more
However,
than that.
realistic.
What?
It is realistic, though. It's realistic that Harry wouldn't have seen that
I
happen,
know.
given what he was doing.
I know. I hate it.
I
Yeah,
wonder
it feels
if never
unfulfilling,
thought of
but
it this way.
death is messy that way.
Yeah.
I wonder if like the author kind of was like okay doing that because Harry gets like Remus is part of like his party to walk him
That's true.
to death.
Hmm.
I do think as well though, like she had always said that he was one of her favorite characters, and it probably would have been really difficult for her to write that.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
But
I guess she didn't like Fred very much, did she?
Red rhymes with
Stabbing
death.
my heart.
Tiffany.
What'd you say?
She said Fred rhymes with dead.
Awful. Terrible. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Tiffany.
Um, I think a scene that I would want to redo, it feels so childish every time I read it. When Harry is talking to Voldemort in that last battle, and Voldemort goes, "You dare?" And Harry goes, "Yes, I dare. I know lots of important things, Tom Riddle." And I'm like, ugh. Like, why are you talking to him like this? I hate it. There's also a scene at the Burrow before the wedding when Molly tells Ron to clean his room. And the way Jim Dale reads it, he's like, why? I hate it so much.
Why?
Why?
I love Jim Dale, but I hate how his Hermione always goes, Harry.
I know.
Oh my God. Okay. Um, oh God, I feel like I gotta skip because of time.
I know, it's
Okay,
okay.
just Dreams of Magic. Okay, when are we going to Epic Universe? How soon is too soon?
Well,
Well,
I would
Well,
think that May 22nd is too soon.
I think
for
May
sure.
22nd is too soon. Pick
But
another
like
date.
maybe a week later or so would be better.
Just a week later.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. Guys, we're going to Epic Universe in June. I realize that we're insane, but I got us in this morning. Tickets went on sale, vacation packages went on sale, and honestly, I didn't even wait that long to get in.
Oh,
But
you
then
Didn't
by
didn't.
the
you
time
know that it was going on this morning? That's like,
I like I went in, I got it. It seemed very simple. I must have found it like I must have gone to the link like right
it was.
when it opened because then by the time I had already booked it and like gone back in to look at availability, like everything was gone.
Fun.
I'm
So
We're going.
we're
I'm just
going
so
and we're gonna stay at the new hotel, the Helios Hotel, which is attached to Epic Universe. But guys, what is crazy? I don't even know if I told you this, Tiffany.
Hmm.
So the only way to get into Epic Universe is to purchase a 3-day park hopper ticket and you get into Epic Universe for 1 day. Yeah.
Well, we're going to be working very hard that day.
Yeah,
yes, we
A lot
are.
of filming. We better have backup batteries charged.
I know. Yeah. So you like those were the only options because I was like, well, I kind of want a 4-day ticket. It was literally a 3-day ticket. You could not get park hopper if you didn't want to, but I was like, well, if we're gonna go to the other parks, we're gonna ride the train. So we did the park to park tickets, 3 days, and only 1 day you get entry into Epic Universe, and you cannot park hop that day. You are at Epic Universe all day.
Yeah,
Which, if you can only go in for 1 day, why would you park hop anyway? But
of
yeah,
course.
and they're not selling any single day tickets to get in. Um, so
Sure.
like, it sucks for locals for sure.
Yeah.
Um, no single day tickets, no annual passes for a while. I think they said maybe a year before
Dang.
they'll do that.
Um,
So,
uh, but yeah,
but
so
I'm excited.
if you're a patron, this
Yeah,
is what this is what you help do. You help us bring all of this to you. So we'll be
like
Be
vlogging
working.
everything,
yeah,
posting on stories.
making
We'll be at
reels,
the
making
hotel.
YouTube
Yeah.
videos, um,
I mean,
to
and
the
we get to
best
show
of
you
our ability.
everything,
Yeah.
not only Potter.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
everything.
the goal. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see the Dark Universe.
Or
With
Super
the
Nintendo World.
I know, and honestly, I'm so
Isle of Burke.
excited for Isle of Burke. I'm so
Me
excited for
too.
it.
Me too.
We're
Um,
gonna wait in so many lines.
I
yeah,
know.
I think that we're
But
just gonna have to we're gonna have to tamper our expectations,
Oh yeah.
prioritize things, and be
I
okay
might
with,
just walk the queue, and
yeah,
I'm not gonna risk it this time because I'm unknowing.
yeah.
I'm gonna
We
count on you guys,
we
but
have to
I'll walk
be
the
we have
queue.
to be okay with potentially just walking through some things and maybe not experiencing everything. Um, but I'm excited to just go walk around and I want to try the snacks that they come up with. I want to see Celestial Park. I think it's going to be beautiful. We're also going to be able to see it from the hotel, so it'll be cool even on the days that we don't get to go to Epic Universe. I'm sure that there's a bar or something up top on the roof that we can maybe go up to and see the views of the park and whatnot
And
the
we
other
also get
days.
to
So,
go, we get to go home. We get to
yeah,
go to Diagon Alley. We get to go
totally.
to Hawaii. We love those places.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be a madhouse, but the fact that we get to do a park opening
I
is
can't.
like such a bucket list item.
I
I
know,
told
it's
Marty
crazy.
when I was telling him about this, I was like, this very well might be a once in a lifetime event for me to cover.
Yeah,
It takes so long for parks to open. Granted, I'm glad because the detail is there, and Universal does
right.
a great job with detail.
Yeah.
Uh, and so, we're gonna be those, you see those people in those lines and stuff, and you're like, those guys are idiots. Hi.
Hi, it's
I
me.
I will be really curious though to see how they handle queues because like Universal hasn't done I mean, honestly, nothing in Florida has had a new theme park like this for years, right? I mean, they had
Yeah.
Volcano Bay, but like um
Um,
the volume
maybe
wasn't there of like people going to it. Like I can't even imagine the volume. And
the
I think that
Star Wars
that's
Galaxy's Edge ad, maybe, was the
yeah,
most.
but like that's just a part of a park. This is a whole freaking theme park. So like I'm just curious to see how they're going to do like virtual queues. Are
Yeah.
you going to have to like pick and choose or because um I highly doubt Express Pass. Like I highly doubt you'll be able to purchase Express Pass for Epic
Yeah.
Universe.
Not
They're
Um
yet.
gonna make everybody wait, guaranteed.
Yeah, so I'll be curious to see how they do that. And they've also gotten a lot better with like ordering food and stuff on the app. So like that will help with wait times for food and whatnot while we're there. And like I don't know, I'm
That's where
just gonna
Disney
be
like excels. Quick service is amazing at
I
Disney.
know. I'm just gonna be curious to see how they do it. And I do think I mean, I know for sure that the reason why, I mean, yes, it's a money grab what they're doing when it comes to the tickets, but I also think that they're doing it to
It's
severely
smart.
alleviate the crowds because they know how crazy it's going to be. And maybe it means it's not going to be a nightmare.
You know what's
I
really
don't know.
interesting though? So the last time like I paid attention, like really paid attention, because like I'm a casual Star Wars fan, right? So like I remember when, say, the Wizarding World opened, right?
Yeah,
People went nuts, obviously. But like at that time, I think a lot of people like went, purchased their tickets that day and like went in. And like now, this makes me feel 100 years old. Now we've got queues online and like set parameters of what there
I
is actually to
know.
be offered,
I
and
think it's going to
like
be
it just
better.
feels different. So I'm curious as to how that's going to reflect the actual time there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a cluster, but
Oh yeah.
we'll find
Or it
out.
could be a very smooth, well thought out park opening.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah, we'll
be
see.
very excited to see how it turns out either way. So,
Yeah.
either way, I'm just excited to go walk around. Like,
Yeah,
even if I don't ride a single thing, I just want to go walk around and eat the food,
Yes.
and I'll be happy.
Food.
agreed.
Yeah.
And if I can meet Yoshi,
Yes. Oh, I would be upset if I didn't get to go on rides at Super Mario.
yeah.
I want to do the Mario Kart. And I want to do the Donkey Kong roller coaster. It looks so cool.
Looks so cool.
I would
I'm
love.
also real curious to see how plus size friendly these rides are going to be. So,
Hey, we're going to report it all, so
I know. Yeah, we'll find
Yeah.
out.
Is Orlando better with that?
Orlando's better than California. I know. Like I can fit and ride Forbidden Journey in Orlando, but I can't in California. Um, so I don't know. We'll find out. And I know
I
that
really
they did
tend to
better.
have more like dark ride type things.
I know.
Like I know you're like a roller coastery type park, but it would be cool if I could ride something that's new that I didn't want to vomit on.
Yeah,
fair.
agreed. I think that one of the no, I think it's a roller coaster. I don't know. I don't remember all of the rides that are coming. I do know that one of the things coming to the Wizarding World part is a show, so we could probably all see that for sure. The Circus Arcanus
Oh yeah.
thing is going to be like a show.
Oh,
And there's also going to be a show coming to Isla Burke that's supposed to be really good, so we can go see that.
Oh, I saw them do practice
Yeah, it's like animatronic
dragon.
dragons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna lose my
so
mind.
I can't
you
wait.
will. I love Toothless.
I know, me
Me
too.
too.
All right.
Well,
This was
it was.
Thanks for all the good questions.
Yeah, there
yeah,
were a
everybody.
lot of great questions.
All
Thank
right.
you guys. Have a good night.
Oh,
We
wait.
are recording
What?
next week again, I think. What?
Are we giving house points?
Yeah,
I didn't
I'm gonna
see
give
that.
house points for all the people who asked questions on Patreon.
Perfect.
Unless
Yeah.
it was any house other than Hufflepuff, then you don't get points.
Oh, okay. I'll give quadruple points to any Slytherins who ask questions. All right, love you guys.
Love you
Bye.
guys.
Bye.